Hi again and welcome back to my channel. This is Tina with Handmade by Tina. So in today's tutorial we're going to learn how to do a single crochet back loop only and single crochet front loop only. In my last video we learned how to do a slip knot, a chain, and a single crochet. So for this I'm using the same hook. It's my H hook or 5mm hook and Yarnspirations Simply Soft in the color Watermelon. But again, you can use whatever materials you have available to you because we're just practicing. So for this I've already done a chain of 21 and my single crochet of 20. So go ahead and pause the video, chain 21, and then do a single crochet in your first row for 20. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to do a chain again to turn our work. So again, for this tutorial we're learning how to do a back loop only and a front loop only. So to start, we're going to do pretty much the same thing we've been doing with the single crochet, only in the back loop only. So take your hook, insert into the back loop only, pull up a loop, and then pull through both just like you would before. So you see how you have your V, you have your front loop and your back loop. So the one that's going away from you, not the one that's directly in front of you, but the one behind it is your back loop only. So you're inserting your hook into the middle of your work through the back loop only, pulling up that yarn and then pulling through like you normally would. Again, into the middle, into the back loop only. So now you have the back loop on your hook, pulling up that yarn and then pulling through both. Into the middle, into the back loop only. So now the back loop's on your hook, pull up a loop and then pull through both. Again, back loop only, pull up a loop, pull through both. Continue down your row. I'll try to keep going as slowly as possible so you can follow along. And again, make sure that everything is nice and loose. You do not want to go too tight. You don't want to make your stitches too tight, because when you get to your next row, it's going to be either too hard to find your stitch or it's going to be too hard to get your hook through. So make sure you're holding your hook loosely, you're holding your work loosely, and you're holding the yarn loosely. There's no need for tension. You don't need to hold on tight. It's all nice and loose. Okay, continue going into the back loop only, pulling up that loop, pulling through both. Sort of let your finger guide the yarn as you go. Okay, and before you get to that last stitch, I'm going to show you a little trick. So this is 19 and now you're at 20. So again, make sure you're counting your work so you don't miscount and you don't go through that turning chain. But for your last stitch, you want to go through both. So just do a regular single crochet here. So the reason why I recommend doing that is because it keeps the edges of your project nice and straight. So you're going to get a nice straight line as you're going through. So if you're making a scarf or a square pot holder or whatever it might be, you're going to get a nice straight edge here. Okay, so now we're going to do our turning chain. So chain one and turn our work. So now for single crochet front loop only, it's the same thing. We're just going through the front loop only. So that loop that's closest to you, not your back loop. So again, you still have the same V, but now you have the front loop. So instead of inserting it down into the back, okay, you're going to go up and in from the front. So front loop only, pull up a loop and pull through both. Okay, up from the front loop only and pull through both. So up from the bottom into the middle, you get that front loop on your hook. Grab your yarn, pull through and through. In the middle, grab your yarn, pull through and through. So up through the middle, get that front loop on your hook, pull through and through, and continue doing that. Make sure you don't get that back loop on there, only the front loop. Okay, get all the yarn through there. There we go. Continue doing this until you get to the end. Front loop only. Up from the middle, pull through and through. Go up into the middle, get that front loop on there only, through and through, and then continue down that row. Nice and easy. Remember, this is just practice, so don't get frustrated if I'm going faster than you or if you think you're going too slow. It's all practice. You can always pause the video and go back. Not a big deal. You want to practice, practice, practice. The more you practice doing these basic stitches, the easier it's going to be for you to learn how to hold your hook nice and loose, how to hold your work nice and loose. So don't get frustrated that you want to do a big project right away. You got to practice and make some swatches. Okay, so again, for your last stitch, go through both. So your front loop on your hook and your back loop on your hook. Pull through and through. And now you're going to get that nice straight edge on both sides because you're doing that. We'll chain one and turn our work so we can see what happened there. So when you do back loop only and front loop only, you're getting these different variations in lines. Okay, so you get this nice straight line here, a little bump out for your back loop, and then on the bottom part, a little bump out here for your front loop only. So you can alternate this in different ways. Do back loop only the whole way through, or you could do back loop, front loop, or you can just do front loop only. So try to do different variations in this pattern with this stitch and see what comes out of it. Okay, so I hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll be back with some more tutorials on different stitches. Have a great day.